Hi everyone, we have a new question today. Let's start, solve it. Okay, let's read the question first. It says write a program that first creates and prints 6 times 6 lists random zeros, ones and twos. So this is gonna be our summary first step, and then ask user enter starting, ending, starting row, ending row, starting column, ending column. Okay, let's put the other requests here. The third step is print out the sum all entries. Oops. Okay, print out the sum of all the entries. Let's start building the Python codes here. First of all, we're gonna import randint function from random library. Import randint. Okay, and right after that we're gonna create nested list comprehension. Open empty bracket. First other loop for I in range 6, and the inner is gonna be right after the other one, and open the bracket, and then for I in range 6, and we're gonna use a randint 02. Why 02? Because it's saying that random zeros, ones and twos. Okay, this is our nested list. Let's run it. This is the output. So we need to get rid of the brackets. Okay, delete it, and we need to get into list, nested list. That's why we need to use for loop. For I in range len of list comprehension that we created is L, and this time this is the other loop. So the range len is counting the each list inside 1, 2, 6, and right after that we're gonna get in the inner list with the other for loop for j in range len li, as you remember that the each numbers inside the inner list. Okay, and print I is the outside of the list, and we are getting inside the inner list with j, and we're gonna print with n side by side, put a space, and when you use empty print, the output is gonna be nicer. Or if you, it depends on you, you can't use print outside. If you don't use a print outside, so there is not a space, so I recommend you use print. Okay, and right after that, what is the question is asking for? It's asking for ask user enter starting row, let's put as starting row, ending row, starting column, ending column. Okay, so let's call them R1 and evolve function input enter starting. So starting row, let's copy and paste, like, because we need to build the ending row as well. R2, let's call them it R2, and R3, it's gonna be called, we ask the user to enter column, starting column and ending column. Let's copy paste this one, and it's enter column and copy here the C2 like here C2, and this is going to be starting and this is going to be ending. So these are our variables that the users enters: starting row, ending row, starting column, and ending column. Okay, and the last step, the question is asking for print out the sum of all the entries. Okay, so we're gonna again create another for loop. This is going to do the sum process, adding up process. What we're gonna do is here, the first of all, we're gonna create for loop for the rows. For I in range in row 1, the starting one, because it's asking you to put the starting row and ending row in range. So starting row is R1, ending row is R2, but we need to add 1. Why? Because R2 has to be included. If we don't put +1, R2 is not gonna be inclusive. Okay, and right after that we get into column for J in range. Again the same process, C1 plus +1. Okay, the same reason. And right after that we generally use another variable out of the for loop, and we put the starting point all the time in order to use this variable inside the for loop. So this one start from 0 because we're gonna add all the values right after the iteration completed, and we're gonna show the total, print the total as an output. Okay, so total is gonna be added. What it's gonna say, what is saying that we need to add row and column. So L, I is the row, J is the column. So this one is adding up and showing it the total variable. Let's print total. Okay, let's look. Let's say that 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it says 0. Let's try again. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 3. So this is it, guys, and this is the idea behind it. Hopefully you like it. Thank you so much for watching.